Hello, kindergarten, and happy Tuesday. It is time for another read aloud. Yesterday, you read the feelings book, and today we're going to read Tough Boris. Again, we're going to read a story called Tough Boris, and we're going to talk some more about the characters' feelings. How are they feeling and why they feel that way? So, I want you to think about the feelings book and all the different feelings it talked about. And then, do you see some of those same feelings in Tough Boris? Listen very carefully as I read the story. Be thinking about what are the feelings of Tough Boris. So, when we look at the cover of our story, we see our author, Mem Fox, and our illustrator is Catherine Brown. So, remember, the author is the person that writes the words, the illustrator is the person that draws the pictures. Now, when we look at the cover, we also see a few things. We see a very scary pirate and his pet bird, his parrot. So again, what do you know about pirates? What is something that you know about pirates and what they do? So we're going to listen to the story and we'll be thinking about the pirate's feelings, Tough Boris, why he's so tough, and what other feelings he might have in the story. Let's get started. Already when I open the story, I notice something. I notice that there's a boy sitting by himself on this tall rock, and he looks like he's carrying some type of instrument. It looks to me like a violin as he's watching the boats on the water. Once upon a time, there lived a pirate named Boris von der Borch. He was tough. All pirates are tough. He was massive. All pirates are massive. So we noticed something already in the story. We notice that the story tells us that pirates are really tough, they're hardy, they're strong, and they're massive, meaning they're very tall, strong people. But I also noticed something in the picture. Look at what the man is carrying. It looks like he's carrying a violin, just like we saw the boy on the top of the rock. He was scruffy. All pirates are scruffy. So they found a violin. How do you think they feel about that? They just found a violin. Look at their faces. How do they feel about finding a violin? Well, it looks to me like they don't look particularly happy. They look kind of mean, they look kind of mad, or maybe they just don't really care. He was greedy. I'm noticing something. There's a little boy at the top of the boat. That same boy that we saw earlier. All pirates are greedy. So when you look at the window, you see there's that same little boy. And on the next page, what is that boy doing? What is that boy doing on the next page? He was fearless. And again, you see the little boy. He's hiding again. All pirates are fearless. So what's happening next? Take a moment to think. What is happening next in the story? Well, you notice it looks to me like they're trying to find who has taken the violin. So they're searching for that person. They're going to go get them. He was scary. All pirates are scary. So let's stop and think. How do the pirates feel about the boy playing the violin? How do the pirates feel about the boy playing the violin? Well, it looks to me like they're not trying to get the violin back and they're standing still. And it looks to me like they're listening. And if they're listening, maybe they like this music. That even though they're massive and they're scary and they're tough, they still like the boy playing the violin. But when his parrot died, oh no. Look at the pictures. How does tough Boris feel now? Looking at the pictures, how does tough Boris feel now? When you look at this picture, him looking at the bird and the violin case, he looks very, very sad and upset. And he's sitting alone and by himself with his parrot. So he's very, very upset that his parrot has died. He cried and he cried. All pirates cry. And so do I. So, who is crying in the story? Thinking about how the pirates feel and the little boy, who is crying in the story? Well, you probably guessed it. All of the pirates are crying, Boris is crying, and so is the little boy. And when we think about feelings, what are some feelings that we saw in this story? We definitely know that Boris at the beginning of the story was pretty tough, pretty massive, pretty scary. But we know that when his bird passed away, his bird died, we know that he was very, very sad and very upset. And so were his pirate crew and the little boy in the story. Now, thinking about the feelings book, how is this book the same as the feelings book? Did you see some of the same feelings? Or did you see different feelings? How is it the same as the feelings book? Take a moment to think about that. Well, I hope you enjoy this wonderful story called Tough Boris. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.